Always around. This is New Orleans.
All right, shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in this episode. Shout out to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. We up in this thing. We talking some more draft news from the Saints as they set to host Arizona State wide receiver Jordyn Tyson on the top 30 visit. This is reported by Saints Wire. Shout out to them, among several other news staffs as well, are covering this news about our about the black and gold. And it's going to be interesting, man, to see how the Saints handle this, because the reality is, regardless of how you slice it, the New Orleans Saints are trying to address the wide receiver position as best they can, man, coming into the draft. So here we go. Before the draft, Arizona State wide receiver Jordyn Tyson will be one of the Saints 30 pre-draft visits, according to Nick Underhill. He's one of these big-time playmaking wide receivers that the Saints look to have. He led the Buffaloes in receiving, and back in 2022, then transferred after Deion Sanders took over. He went on to earn first 10 All-Big 12 recognition in each of his first 2 years at Arizona State. He's the third receiver projected to go, in the top 10. And they mentioned also, the fact that he is a big receiver who also had previous visits with the Saints. Saints also recently brought in Carnell Tate. They have Makai Lemon that they were also interested. So they're looking at some home run hitters. Tyson could play I don't see him as the 8th overall pick, but, they talk about the medicals as a problem. Tyson's injury history has made one of the most divisive wide receiver prospects in the draft class. He missed 3 games last season with a hamstring issue, a broken collarbone, sidelined him late in 2024. Complicated knee injury cut his freshman year short and kept him out of action for the entire 23 season. All told, Tyson has missed 34% of his team's games due to injuries at the college level. So could this be a problem? Obviously not. The Saints want to take a deeper look at Tyson, and we'll see where he ends up, because the reality is the Saints need production. He's a big wide receiver with some speed application, so he'll be worthy of the look. And the Saints bringing him in, man, for a look-see, man. So anyway, to get better, let's take a look at his card here. This is coming from by way of NFL.com. And it gives you his size 6'10", 203. He had a 6.43 grade, which they recommend he'll become a good starter within a couple of years. He's a very productive wide receiver. As you can see his player bio right there. It talks about his brother who plays in the NBA as well. And like I said, he's third team all AP, All-American, first team Big 12, 61 catches, 711 receiving yards. Averaged almost 12 yards per catch, 8 receiving touchdowns in 9 games, missed 4 with hamstring issues. And he has All-American talent. You're right. You can see in previous seasons, in the 2024 season, he did big things. First team Big 10, 12 conference, Big 12 conference. I say Big 10, Big 12 conference, Big 12 offensive newcomer of the year. Led that year with 75 catches, 1,100 yards, almost 15 yards per catch, 10 receiving touchdowns in 12 games. Missed the championship game because of that collarbone issue. So he plays big, but injuries have been a problem. Look, his his comp is Terry McLaurin from the Commanders. So projection somewhere in the first round, right? You know about Super Bowl MVP Haynes Ward helped unlock Tyson's production and elevated his draft stock. He's added size and improved his route running, showing he can align all 3 of the receiver spots. Occasionally rushes the route, but he has short area quickness and contested catch toughness. Yeah, he's a tough wide receiver, no doubt about it. Not a blazer, but has enough speed to work downfield. He has the skills and body control to win above the rim with the 50-50 catches. Scouts say they put him in the time to absorb knowledge and hone his craft. A history of injuries might explain inconsistent competitiveness as a run blocker. The wiring, versatility, and finishing talent point to a wide receiver ceiling. So it's a lot of good things to talk about when you talk about Jordyn Tyson. Ability to play every receiver spot, plays with ideal suddenness, cut quickness underneath, route smooth, and manipulative to induce leverage, stems routes suddenly, leave man coverage temporarily stranded, digs hard on post to gain ground before looking for the ball, uses offhand to maintain leads and landing zones down the sideline, highly competitive to hog the catch space when contested catches, ball skills, features impeccable body control, high pointing does all of that. The weaknesses, focus drops last year. The year before that, actually in 2024, can be impatient and hurry his routes at times. Long speed and play strength are average, need to get a little stronger. Missed games in every season from 2022 to 2025. Suffered the knee in 22, collarbone in 24, and hamstring issues in 2025. Now, NFC scout said he's injured both hamstrings in that Texas Tech game that he played, but still played through it and then single-handedly closed the game out for them. He wouldn't check out. So that he definitely has the toughness, but the issue is, looking at him with a first round grade, he is the ultimate prospect that, hey, the kid has the talent, but can we keep him healthy to recoup the where you draft them at? So the Saints looking at him where you have Carnell Tate, you have Jordyn Tyson, Makai Lemon. These guys are interesting prospects for the Saints as they continue to kind of look and see who these guys are. So they're looking obviously to upgrade the wide receiver room. What's really interesting and intriguing, like if we flash to the Saints depth chart so we can gain more of an understanding, as you guys can see, this is a big point right here. This is very important to me in terms of the depth chart. Look what they did. Olave, Valley, Mason, Tipton, Bub Means, Kevin Austin Jr., Trey Palmer, Jalen Polk, Ronnie Bell, Samari Tour, Damian Alford, and Elijah Cooks. These are the Saints wide receivers. 11 players in the room, but only one player, Chris Olave, under contract, playing on option, 15.4 mil, trying to renegotiate that. That hasn't gaining any ground. We've heard stories that, a news article saying that the Saints are still trying to get that together. Hey, man, we don't know what's going on. I think we know it's at a standstill. We know they're trying to get Alvin Kamara to take a pay cut, and we could be using that pay cut money, assets to be trying to move into Chris Olave's deal. So one might impact the other. We see how the Saints move. They're not interested in restructuring. It currently appears of contracts of guys that currently up. The next one would be the Salad to kind of rework his deal without voids. Right. But the Saints have $13 odd million right now in cap. So they just picked up the option for Brian Bresee, and the Saints know with 8 picks in the draft, they're going to try to use these picks to kind of eat up a lot of the depth issues. But they do realize and know that in the draft, they have a potential to have a top-notch wide receiver complement for Chris Olave and potentially an insurance policy if they can't get the deal done between those two guys. You get what I'm saying? So, hey, man, we'll see where they go right there. But outside of that, man, it's all very interesting. Okay.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that?
Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the WhoDatDaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.